Hey, good morning and welcome back. So, we've been plagued by rain for 2 weeks or 3 weeks in a row. I finally got the marching orders from Mama yesterday evening that since today was going to be another beautiful day, we've had two in a row. And so, I'm going to paint the privacy fence that I put up over a year ago that I've never painted yet. And I'm going to use a electric airless little paint gun. And I know that YouTube's been filled up with videos on people using those to paint cars. But I'm not doing it for that. I'm just doing it to show you guys how to paint a fence like that right back there on the cheap, because I want to say I gave 30 bucks or less for this paint gun, and we're going to see how it works, and then you'll know, if it's worth the money or not. It sure beats brushing and rolling if it does. So I'm going to flip this camera around, turn my hat around backwards so you know it's time to work. Let's get to this. So what we have here is just a privacy fence that I built maybe close to 2 years ago now. I build them in a little different style than some people, where you don't have the dog ears on the top row. It's actually got a top plate that's wide enough that you can put potted plants if you want to. If you're interested in knowing how I did that, check out my video on it. I've got a full video on that. And I built Mama an old rusty gate for aesthetics. She really likes that. That's easy to build one of these when you got 1,000 pounds of scrap around all the time. So this fence is pretty basic. It changes elevation one time right there, and it's about it's probably no more than 45 feet, minus the area where the gate is. And I've got to brush this off with a broom to get all the dust and dirt and mud off of it on both sides. Then we're going to get busy slinging some paint. So let's get on. Let's get after it. All right, all right, all right. Got a cord strung out from the porch. Went ahead and did a little papering off camera, because if you want to watch somebody paper something, you can find 100 videos for that. I think it's boring. So I've taped off the areas of the gate that I didn't want to have any paint on. And I got my 6-foot ladder. I'm going to start on the top at the far end and work my way back to the easy part. So before we get started with the painting, I just wanted to show you kind of what I've got laid out to use. This, I'm sorry for the shadowing and all that. This thing came with like a little screen filter, which I'm glad, because I didn't get any filter socks. I'm using Valspar exterior paint. It's called High Hide White, and I love this paint. And no, that's not true at all. I bought it because it was the cheapest that they had. It was $38 a gallon. I think more like 35. And this is the sprayer that I purchased, and it is called El Pidio. And I got to thinking about it, and pidio kind of sounds like pitiful. If I find out this spray gun is called El Pitiful, I'm going to be pissed. Let me know in the comments if that's a meaning or if it's just a name. So we're going to mix up some paint here. I'm going to probably dilute this a little bit with water just to ensure that this tip doesn't clog up or something. And we're going to get busy slinging some paint, because I know that's what you're here to see anyway. The last thing before we get started, I just want to make sure you guys understand what's going on here. Right here, my extension cord and where the paint sprayer plugs in, I put some electrical tape around there to keep that from coming unplugged, just so that doesn't pose a problem. I'd hate to be right in the middle of spraying and that thing pop out because it's loose. All right, we're getting ready to get started. Got the sprayer full of paint, ladder. I'm going to get set up. We're going to start spraying the top first. Here we go. Okay, so let's sit back and catch our breath a minute, okay? Holy crap. So let me give you my take so far. Is the gun faster than rolling or brushing? Yes, definitely. You can see in the background, I would probably need to give this a second coat, but that's actually the look I want anyway because it matches the other side. So actually, so far, I'm a happy camper. The only downside to the whole deal is I had to refill my gun after this first section right here, and then I filled the gun up to the brim for this next section right here and barely made it. And then it was starting to spit and act crazy. So I know I'm going to have to clean the tip and several things like that. If I can give you any pointers, don't wear glasses. I'm getting ready to shed my glasses for the rest of this. Ridiculous. And your paint gun is going to get covered, and it's just a lot of flitter and spit and the whole time. So it covers well. It sure beats brushing and rolling. But your cleanup is going to be pretty extensive, and don't wear glasses. That's all I can tell you. By the time I got done with that second section, I was like, what am I doing? And I cleaned them up. The good news is, because it's water-based paint, cleanup is pretty easy and fast. No big deal. And I'm just out here having a good time today, guys. Don't read too much into this and make it like, oh my God, I'm never going to do this. I haven't looked it up on Amazon, but I think I gave less than $30 for this gun. So is that worth it? Heck yes. And I'm going to continue using this thing. It's just that it has some intricacies that you got to play through, and the tub for the gun is only so big. It only holds so much. It looks like it holds a quart or something. So that you got to fill up again. It's like having a truck with a 454 in it. You got to stop for gas more often. But is it still cool? Yeah, it's still cool. So I'm not going to bore you with going through the rest of the process on this. 1 gallon of paint. I think I'm going to be doing good to get this first section done. I'm hoping that I can get this side done too. But if I can't, it's no big deal. I'll get another gallon of paint and I'll carry on at a later date. But as we go right now, I'm not going to bore you with more of what I've already done. I'm just going to come back and show you the finished product at the end of this and show you how far I got on a gallon of paint, because I think that would interest you more anyway. I papered off all this so that I wouldn't get that rusty gate covered with anything. I don't care so much about these hinges and collars where they connect right there. I think those would look okay white, but I want the gate left rusty like I did it on purpose. And we'll go, if I can get this whole side covered today and worry about the back side at another time, I'll be happy as I can be. That's where we stand so far. I'm just giving you the real-time effect. Got my hat turned backwards, which means I'm on go. I'm pushing the button. I'm going to continue on, and I'll show you what it looks like next. Hey guys, so this is a wrap for this video. I stand here before you, and I've got 40 feet total of fence done in 5 hours. So if you take the time off for me dragging cameras around, you can save yourself an hour. So say 4 hours, 40 feet of fence, totally covered, including the top, with 1 gallon of paint. I'm gonna have to go get another gallon to finish it off. But guys, I'm asking you, I go to a lot of trouble to try to provide content and teach you guys and show you things to help you make an educated decision on what you want to do regarding tools, sprayers, whatever that you need to do a project at home. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe or like, and I'm asking you as a favor to me, show a brother some love, subscribe to this channel. Anyway, that looks good from the street. That's all I'm worried about for the moment. For Oklahoma, this is Shaw, and I'm signing off for now, and I'll see you on the next one. I love you guys.